Hey friend, most of us have heard the creation story from the Bible and other religious texts, but I want to know, have you heard the story of the primordial waters or the cosmic ocean? Probably not. So hang in there with me for a moment as we explore this story while I do a mindfulness meditation through art. While you're here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button if you've not already subscribed to my channel. Let's get into it. A cosmic ocean, primordial waters, or celestial river is a mythological motif that represents the world or cosmos developed and enveloped by a vast primordial ocean. It's found in many cultures and civilizations, this story, the cosmic ocean that exists before the creation of the earth. From the primordial waters, the earth and the entire cosmos arose. The cosmic ocean represents or embodies chaos. Its mythology is present in the ancient Egyptians, ancient Greeks, ancient Indians, Jews, ancient Persian civilizations, history, Sumerians, as well as Zoroastrians, Yazidis, Yersanis, and Alevi. All of their mythology has some story about this cosmic ocean. The primacy of the ocean in some creation myths corresponds to the cosmological model of land surrounded by the world ocean. The sky is often thought of as something like an upper sea, if you will. The concept of a watery chaos also underlies the widespread motif of the worldwide flood that took place in the early times. The emergence of Earth from water and the curbing of the global flood or underground waters are usually presented as a factor in cosmic ordering. In ancient creation texts, the primordial waters are often represented as having filled the entire universe and are the first source of the gods. The act of creation itself is the establishment of an inhabitable space separate from the enveloping waters. The cosmic ocean is the shape of the universe before creation. As you know, the ocean is boundless, unordered, unorganized, amorphous, formless, dangerous, and terrible. In some myths, its cacophony is noted, opposed to the ordered rhythm of the sea. Chaos can be personified as water, or by the unorganized interaction of water and fire. The transformation of chaos into order is also the transition from water to land. In many ancient cosmogonic myths, the ocean and chaos are equivalent and inseparable from each other. The ocean remains an outside space even after the emergence of the land. At the same time, the ability of the ocean to generate is realized in the appearance of the earth from it, and in the presence of a mythological creature in the ocean that promotes generation, or, on the contrary, zealously defends the old order and prevents the beginning of the chain of births from the ocean. So let's examine some common themes found in ancient myths. The idea of the primacy of the ocean as an element from the bowels of which the earth arises or is created is universally present. This representation is present in many mythologies of the world. In Asia and North America, the earth diver myth is found. In this myth, a creator god dives into the cosmic ocean to bring up and form the earth. A diving bird catching a lump of earth from the primordial ocean often appears in the mythologies of the Native Americans and the Siberian peoples. In totemic myths, the bird people are often presented as fratrial ancestors. Eggs are a common theme in creation myths. A waterfowl extracts silt from the sea from which the land is gradually created. In Polynesian mythology, Maui fishes islands out of the ocean. In Scandinavian mythology, the gods raise the earth and Thor catches the serpent of Middle-earth, which lives at the bottom of the ocean. In ancient Egyptian myth, the earth itself comes to the surface in the form of a mound. In the Brahmana, it was said that Prajapati took the earth out of the water, taking the form of a boar. In the mythologies of many Asian countries, in which there is an abundance of endless and eternal primordial ocean or sea, there is a motif of the creation of the earth by a celestial being descending from the sky and interfering with the water of the ocean with an iron club, spear, or other object. This results in the condensation which gives rise to the earth. In Japanese mythology, the islands of Japan arose from foam raised by mixing the waters of the ocean with the spear of the gods, Izanagi and Izanami. In the mythologies of the Mongolian peoples, the role of the compactor of the ocean waters is played by the wind, which creates a milky substance out of them, which then becomes the earth's firmament. According to the Kalmyks, plants, animals, people, and gods were born from this milky liquid. Indian mythology has a similar myth about the churning of the ocean milk. Myths about the world's oceans are universally accompanied by myths about its containment when the earth was already created, and myths about attempts of the ocean to regain its undivided dominance. In Chinese mythology, there is this idea of a giant depression or pit that determines the direction of ocean waters and takes away excess water. Many of these myths are narratives, also including the motif of the cosmogonic struggle with the serpent dragon is widespread in terms of suppressing water chaos. The serpent in most mythologies is associated with water, often as its abductor. He threatens either with a flood or a drought, that is, a violation of the measure, the water balance. Since the cosmos is identified with order and measure, chaos is associated with the violation of measure. The Egyptian Ra Atum fights the underground serpent Apep, the Indian Indra with Vritra, who took the form of a snake, the Mesopotamian Enki, Ninurta or Inanna, with the owner of the underworld Kur, the Iranian Tishri, Sirius, with the diva Aposhi. Apop, Vritra, Kur, and Aposhi hold back the cosmic waters, while Enlil or Marduk defeats the progenitor Tiamat, the wife of Apsu, the personification of the dark waters of chaos, who has taken the form of a dragon. There are hints in the Bible about the struggle of God with a dragon or a wonderful fish, which also represents water and chaos, referencing the story here of Rahab, Tehom. But I'm going to save the next part, so be sure to come back and check it out. In episode 2 of the series, we're going to continue the story, exploring how the sky got separated from the earth according to these ancient. But in the meantime, I'd love to know your thoughts. Are any of these names familiar? Have you heard some of these stories before? Please leave it in the comments. And be sure to like and subscribe, save or share this post if you have enjoyed it. Also, I hope that you had some moments of mindfulness and meditation as I shared this story with you. This is something you can do as well, enjoying art while listening to relaxing or inspiring stories. I have always been fascinated by ancient myths and happy to share with you. Come back for part 2.